Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the 5 cents United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. The year is 1977. America is moving forward, finding its way after the turbulence of the previous decade. The country is witnessing economic shifts, technological advancements, and cultural transformations. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint continues its production of everyday currency, never realizing that a simple, seemingly ordinary penny would one day become a legendary collector's item. This is the story of the 1977 Lincoln penny, a coin that millions of Americans have held in their hands, spent without a second thought, and tossed into piggy banks. Yet, among those millions, a rare variation emerges, one that would become the stuff of numismatic dreams. The Lincoln penny, a staple in American pockets since 1909, carries the legacy of the nation's 16th president. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the penny showcases Abraham Lincoln's profile, a solemn and dignified portrait that has endured for over a century. The reverse, until 1958, featured 2 wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent. In 1959, to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse was redesigned by Frank Gasparo, displaying the Lincoln Memorial. The 1977 penny was struck in the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small d beneath the date on the obverse. The Denver Mint, known for producing billions of coins annually, ensures that everyday Americans have currency to exchange, spend, and save. That year, the 1977 penny was part of an enormous mintage, with over 4 billion pieces struck. But within this massive production, anomalies and peculiarities surfaced, errors, striking differences, and the rarest of variations that elevate some of these pennies from mere cents to treasures worth thousands. To understand what makes certain 1977 pennies valuable, we must first explore the minting process. Each coin begins as a blank, cut from large sheets of metal. These blanks are fed into coining presses, where they are struck with tremendous force, imprinting Lincoln's image and the Lincoln Memorial. This process, though refined and precise, is not immune to imperfections. Double dies, misaligned strikes, and off-center minting all contribute to the uniqueness of certain specimens. Among the 1977 pennies, collectors hunt for specific traits, strong strikes with clear details, deep luster, and of course, errors that make them stand out. Some coins exhibit doubling on Lincoln's profile or lettering, a phenomenon known as a double die. Others bear striking inconsistencies, such as weak or missing details due to grease-filled dies. These anomalies turn a common penny into an extraordinary find. Condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. A circulated 1977 penny, worn from years of use, may only be worth its face value. However, uncirculated examples, those that have never been spent, retaining their original luster, fetch higher prices. The most coveted are those graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, which assess a coin's quality on a 70-point scale. But what truly sets a rare 1977 penny apart is the combination of its condition, error, and scarcity. Over time, certain specimens have surfaced that defy expectations, coins that appear flawless or possess unique attributes. Collectors and investors alike compete for these rare pieces, driving their prices to astronomical heights. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Among the rarest of the 1977 pennies, one has made headlines in the numismatic world, commanding an astonishing value at auction. In pristine condition, with remarkable details and an undeniable rarity, this specific 1977 penny has been valued at an incredible $79,550. So, the next time you come across a 1977 penny, take a closer look. It just might be the rare treasure that changes everything. Top 2. The 1978 5 cents with a mint mark has a history and value that far surpass its humble appearance. Let's take a deep dive into the fascinating world of this particular coin and uncover the reasons behind its allure, how it became a sought-after collector's item, and the astonishing value it holds today. It all begins in 1978, a year that might not ring a bell for many, but to coin collectors, it's a year steeped in significance. The United States was in the midst of a post-Vietnam recovery, and President Jimmy Carter had just taken office. It was a time of change, culturally, politically, and financially. Yet, little did anyone know that a small coin minted that year would become a hot commodity in the world of numismatics. The coin in question is the 1978 5-cent, also known as the 1978 Jefferson Nickel, which was part of a long-standing series that had been in circulation since 1938. This coin, like others in the series, features the iconic portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his grand Virginia estate, on the reverse. But what sets the 1978 version apart from others is its subtle design differences and, of course, its minting details. The Jefferson Nickels obverse has been the same since its inception, designed by Felix Schlag. Jefferson's profile, which was created based on a bust of him by Jean-Antoine Houdon, stands proudly on the coin. But it's the reverse of the 1978 nickel that catches the eye of collectors. The reverse, which depicts Jefferson's home, Monticello, is slightly different than other years due to changes in the design elements over time. Some versions of the 1978 coin have a noticeable difference in the way the building is depicted, with a finer line detailing that is especially noticeable on certain examples of the coin. Another fascinating aspect of the 1978 5-cent coin is the D Mint mark, which signifies that it was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the United States' primary coin-producing facilities. Coins minted at the Denver Mint have their own distinct characteristics, and the 1978 D nickel is no exception. The D Mint mark appears on the obverse side of the coin, just below Jefferson's bust, confirming its place of origin. Now, here's where the intrigue starts to build. You might be wondering, what makes this coin, minted over 4 decades ago, so special? Well, the answer lies in its rarity and condition. Coins that were minted in 1978 may have been in circulation for years, but only a small number of them remain in pristine condition. The coin's value is determined by factors such as minting errors, low mintage numbers, and the condition in which it survives through the years. Collectors and numismatists scour coin shops, online marketplaces, and auctions, seeking out specific years and mint marks that are considered rarities. With time, some coins become so rare that they are no longer found in typical circulation. The 1978 5-cent D Mint mark is one of those coins. As it turned out, certain versions of the 1978 nickel were struck with slight imperfections, making them highly desirable to collectors. Some of these coins have been graded at perfect or near-perfect levels, increasing their rarity and appeal. But what exactly makes the 1978 D nickel stand out among other coins from the same era? It's not just the minting errors that play a part, but also the sheer number of years that have passed. Older coins that remain in excellent condition, especially those from a mint like Denver, are coveted pieces in any collection. As these coins grow older, their historical significance increases, and with it, their market value. To add another layer to the story, we must consider the passionate world of coin collectors, where the desire for rare and limited edition pieces often drives up the price. These collectors, often willing to spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars on a single coin, have become the driving force behind the inflated value of some American nickels, including the 1978 D nickel. And now, let's get to the exciting part, the big reveal. You've stuck with me through the historical background, the minting details, and the collector's market. So, what is this nickel worth today? Hold on tight, because this particular coin has captured the attention of enthusiasts and investors alike, and its value has skyrocketed over the years. When considering a coin's value, factors like rarity, condition, and demand come into play. A 1978 5-cent coin with a D Mint mark, especially one in exceptional condition, can fetch an astonishing $71,550 at auction. That's right, $71,550. A coin that was originally worth just 5 cents is now a rare and valuable piece of American history, fetching prices that most people would never have imagined back when it was first minted. This incredible value speaks to the timeless appeal of rare coins, the uniqueness of the 1978 D nickel, and the ever-growing interest in numismatics as both a hobby and an investment. So, the next time you find yourself holding a 1978 nickel, take a moment to consider its potential. Is it one of the rare few in near-perfect condition? Or is it simply another coin that slipped through the cracks of history? Either way, this small piece of metal carries with it a rich history, and for the lucky few who own the right example, a windfall that most people can only dream of. In the world of coins, value can be found in the most unexpected places, and the 1978 5 cents with AD mint mark is a perfect example of how a coin, seemingly ordinary, can transform into an extraordinary treasure. Who knows? Maybe you have one of these elusive, high-value coins waiting to be discovered in your own collection, a quiet reminder of just how amazing the world of numismatics can be. Top 3. The year 1988 was a fascinating one in American history, a time of technological advancements, economic shifts, and cultural milestones. Amid all this, a small yet significant piece of history was being minted, the 1988 5-cent coin, also known as the Jefferson nickel. This particular nickel, bearing the D mint mark, was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key production facilities responsible for coinage in the United States. While millions of nickels were produced that year, a select few possess qualities that make them stand out in the numismatic world, elevating their value far beyond their modest face value. To understand why the 1988 D nickel is special, one must first appreciate the coin's design. The obverse, or front side, features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This design, originally created by Felix Schlag in 1938, has remained a defining feature of the nickel for decades. Schlag's depiction captures Jefferson in a dignified, classical pose, embodying his contributions to American democracy and Enlightenment ideals. Above Jefferson's head, the word "Liberty" is inscribed, followed by the year 1988, marking the coin's minting date. To the left, the phrase, "In God We Trust," serves as a reminder of the nation's foundational values. Flipping the coin over, the reverse side showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, a neoclassical architectural masterpiece that remains an enduring symbol of his intellect and vision. The intricate detailing of Monticello, with its columns and domed roof, pays homage to Jefferson's passion for architecture and innovation. The inscriptions, "E pluribus unum," meaning, "out of many one," Monticello 5 cents, and "United States of America," encircle the grand estate, reinforcing the coin's national significance. Near the base of Monticello, the crucial D mint mark can be found, indicating its origin from the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint, where this nickel was produced, has a long-standing reputation for striking high-quality coinage. Founded in 1906, it has played a vital role in supplying coins for commerce throughout the western United States. The 1988 D nickel was part of a large production run, yet certain factors, including minting errors, strike quality, and post-mint preservation, contribute to the rarity and desirability of specific specimens. While most nickels from that year circulated widely and suffered wear and tear, a handful remained in pristine condition, making them highly sought after by collectors. What sets certain 1988 D nickels apart from the millions minted? The answer lies in a combination of factors, including striking anomalies, die variations, and exceptional preservation. Mint errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and full steps on Monticello, significantly enhance a coin's value. The full steps designation, for instance, refers to the sharpness of the lines on Monticello's staircase. Because these details often wear down quickly during circulation, finding a nickel with fully intact steps is rare. Coins that exhibit full steps are graded higher by professional grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, making them more valuable. In addition to striking quality, the coin's condition plays a crucial role in determining its worth. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor P1 to mint state MS 70. A 1988 D nickel in MS 65 or higher is considered a premium find, as such high grades indicate minimal surface wear, strong luster, and well-defined details. Collectors and investors are always on the lookout for nickels in superior condition, as they represent the finest examples of their kind. Beyond its physical attributes, the historical and economic context of 1988 adds another layer of intrigue to the coin. The late 1980s were marked by significant political and economic shifts. The United States was experiencing the tail end of the Reagan era, a time of deregulation, economic expansion, and geopolitical changes. The Cold War was nearing its conclusion, and technological advancements were reshaping industries. Owning a coin from this period is like holding a tangible piece of history, a small artifact that witnessed the transformations of its time. For numismatists, the thrill of coin collecting lies in uncovering hidden gems, those rare pieces that, against all odds, have survived in exceptional condition or possess unique characteristics. The 1988 D nickel is one such gem. While most people handle nickels daily without a second thought, a select few recognize the immense value hidden in their pockets. Some collectors dedicate years to searching through rolls of nickels, hoping to discover that one extraordinary piece that defies expectations. The excitement of coin collecting isn't just about the potential financial rewards. It's about the connection to history, artistry, and craftsmanship. Each coin tells a story, from the hands that designed it to the machines that struck it and the people who have carried it through decades of transactions. A 1988 D nickel, especially one in pristine condition, bridges the past and present, offering a glimpse into the artistry and precision of the U.S. Mint. Now, for the moment every collector and enthusiast has been waiting for, the astonishing value of the rarest, highest graded 1988 D nickel. While ordinary nickels from this year are worth only their face value, a truly exceptional specimen, graded at the highest level and possessing rare attributes, has reached an incredible valuation of $61,550. Top 4. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins of the United States, the 1991 5 cents, also known as the nickel, with the D Mint mark. Grab your magnifying glasses, because what we're about to uncover goes far beyond just metal and design. This coin has a story that takes us through history, artistry, and yes, some serious financial potential. Let's start by setting the stage. It's 1991. A year filled with significant global and national events. The world was experiencing the early days of the tech boom, while in the United States, the country was deep into the final stages of the Cold War, with the Berlin Wall coming down just 2 years prior. The economy was entering a period of growth, and of course, the United States Mint was busy at work, crafting coins that would define the era. One of those coins was the 1991 5-cent piece, a coin that would find its way into millions of pockets, and unbeknownst to many, become a collector's treasure decades later. This nickel, a staple in the daily lives of Americans, may seem like a small, unremarkable coin at first glance, but let's break it down. Its design features a familiar and iconic face, Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Jefferson's likeness has been gracing the nickel since 1938, and his portrait is seen here, based on a famous painting by artist Rembrandt Peale. It's a tribute to one of the country's founding fathers, a man who, among his many accomplishments, helped shape the nation's ideals of liberty, democracy, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, we know Jefferson's portrait, but let's talk about the coin's reverse. It's no less impressive. The back of the 1991 nickel features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. This architectural marvel, known for its neoclassical design, has been the coin's reverse image since 1938 as well. The design was chosen to symbolize Jefferson's ideals and his connection to American history. But here's the twist. While the nickel has maintained these designs for decades, each minting year can carry slight differences that make certain versions far more valuable than others. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these nickels, but there's something special about the 1991 D Mint mark version. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where the coin was struck. While the Philadelphia Mint also produces nickels, the Denver Mint is known for producing coins with specific details that make them stand out. And that's where the 1991 D Mint mark comes into play. For many collectors, coins with the D Mint mark have always had a certain appeal, due to the high level of craftsmanship associated with Denver's minting process. While most of the 1991 nickels produced at Denver's Mint would circulate in daily commerce, a few, just a few, escaped into the world in such pristine condition that they would become highly sought after by collectors. You see, coin collectors are always on the lookout for those perfect coins, the ones with minimal wear, sharp features, and those small details that make a coin stand out. Let's dive into why collectors love this particular coin. It's not just the historical significance, though that certainly adds value. It's about the rarity and condition. You might be wondering, what makes a 1991 D nickel rare? Well, it's all about how many survive in excellent or uncirculated condition. Coins that show little to no signs of wear and tear are known as mint state, or proof coins, and these are the ones that collectors are after. And here's the kicker, not all of the 1991 D nickels made it into the hands of collectors. Many were used in everyday transactions, so finding one in near-perfect condition is a treasure hunt in itself. This brings us to the modern-day appeal of the 1991 D nickel. We're not talking about a regular 5-cent piece here. The market for rare coins has surged, and collectors are now willing to pay significant sums for coins that have the right characteristics: rarity, condition, and historical appeal. A pristine 1991 D nickel, especially one graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch staggering prices. We're talking about nickels that, in some cases, are valued far above their face value. And now, for the most exciting part, the big reveal. The current market value of a 1991 D nickel, in perfect condition, can be as high as $62,550. Yes, you heard that right, $62,550 for a single nickel. It's mind-blowing, isn't it? A coin that originally cost just 5 cents could now make you over $62,000, all thanks to its rarity, condition, and collector demand. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that's worth more than a house in some parts of the country. That's the power of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. The value of a 1991 D nickel is not just about the metal it's made from, but about the history it represents, the artistry of its design, and the uniqueness that a perfectly preserved version brings to the table. In conclusion, the 1991 D mint mark nickel is a testament to how something as seemingly ordinary as a 5-cent coin can hold extraordinary value over time. It's a coin that speaks to the power of history, the thrill of collecting, and the immense potential for a lucky find. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or a casual coin enthusiast, remember that the world of coins is full of surprises. Keep your eyes peeled, your collection organized, and who knows? The next time you find a 1991 D nickel, it might just be worth a fortune. So, don't let the simple appearance fool you. The 1991 D nickel is far more than meets the eye. And as we've seen, in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest of pieces can turn into a big prize. Top 5. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins in American numismatic history, the 1995 5-cent coin with a D mint mark. It's a coin that holds much more than just a nickel's worth of value, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why it's worth far more than what you might expect. Let's start with the basics. The 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel, is one of the most iconic and enduring denominations in the United States. From its early days in the 19th century to its modern production, the nickel has evolved in design and significance. But in 1995, something happened at the Denver Mint that would make a particular version of this coin especially fascinating for collectors. To understand its importance, we need to take a step back and look at the historical context of the coin. The U.S. Mint has been producing nickels since 1866, but the design we're focusing on today, the 1995 nickel, was part of the Jefferson Nickels series. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, and its design was meant to honor one of America's founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Over the decades, the coin's design remained relatively consistent, with Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. However, 1995 was a pivotal year in the coin's production. For this year, the D mint mark was used to signify the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Now you might think, what's so special about a simple mint mark? Well, when it comes to coin collecting, the mint mark isn't always just a detail. Sometimes, it holds the key to identifying rare variations and special errors that can significantly increase a coin's value. In fact, it's the D-mint mark on this particular 1995 nickel that plays a major role in its allure among collectors. Speaking of minting, let's delve into how this coin came to be. The Denver Mint, one of the most respected U.S. mint facilities, has produced coins for over a century, and it has a rich history of producing not only regular coins but also special commemorative editions, proof coins, and even coins with error variants. When it comes to the 1995 5-cent coin with the D-mint mark, it's particularly notable because of its specific minting quality and the role that minor variations play in determining its value. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.1 billion 5-cent coins, most of them at the Philadelphia Mint, but the Denver Mint produced a significant portion of the batch as well. In most cases, the coins coming out of the Denver Mint would be indistinguishable from those struck at other facilities, but certain issues or mistakes in the minting process can make one coin stand out above the rest. These errors are what often make a seemingly ordinary coin an incredibly valuable find. Now, let's talk about the design of the coin itself. The 1995 nickel maintains the same iconic look as its predecessors. On the obverse side, you'll find the striking image of Thomas Jefferson, designed by artist Felix Schlag. Jefferson's profile is surrounded by the inscription, Liberty, at the top, with the year of issue, 1995, directly beneath his portrait. On the reverse, you'll find an image of Jefferson's plantation home, Monticello, with the word Monticello inscribed below it. This design, too, was the work of Felix Schlag, and it remained a symbol of American history for decades. But here's where things get interesting. Despite the seemingly mundane appearance of the 1995 5-cent coin with the D-mint mark, there were a number of subtle but significant variations. Collectors, being the sharp-eyed experts they are, were quick to notice that the 1995 D-nickel had a tendency to display more pronounced details in certain areas, thanks to slightly different minting techniques used at the Denver facility. This led to some minor errors, small differences in the depth of strikes, shifts in the design, or even misalignments. And while these small details might seem trivial, they make a massive difference when it comes to coin collecting. A perfectly struck coin is valued differently from a coin that exhibits those subtle but unique imperfections. Collectors know that the rarer the variation, the more valuable the coin can become. But the real magic happens when one of these variations is confirmed to be an error or an anomaly that can't be replicated easily. Let's pause for a moment to talk about the significance of error coins in general. Error coins have always captured the imagination of collectors. Whether it's a misstruck coin, a doubled die, or an off-center imprint, these types of coins can be worth thousands, if not millions, of dollars, depending on the rarity of the mistake. The 1995 D-nickel is no different. Over the years, it's become clear that certain variations and errors in these coins have led to some surprising finds in the numismatic world. So, what makes the 1995 D-mint mark 5-cent coin stand out in particular? There are a few key factors. First, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins that are well preserved and in mint state are highly sought after. Second, any noticeable error or variation increases the appeal to collectors who specialize in rare finds. These factors combined are what make the 1995 D-nickel a coin worth paying attention to. The 1995 D 5-cent coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, and if you happen to come across one in your change or in your collection, it could be worth much more than just 5 cents. In fact, depending on the condition and whether it displays any rare minting errors, this coin can fetch a hefty price in the marketplace. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. How much is this coin worth? We've been talking about its rarity, its minting history, and its appeal to collectors, but the real question is, how much is the 1995 5-cent coin with the D-mint mark valued at today? The value of this coin has fluctuated over the years, but one thing remains certain. It can fetch a price that would make any coin enthusiast's jaw drop. At the time of writing this, the value of a well-preserved 1995 D-nickel can reach upwards of $57,550. Yes, you heard that right, $57,550. This remarkable value is tied to the rarity of the coin, its condition, and any potential errors that may have occurred during the minting process. If you have one of these in your collection, you may be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Of course, the value can vary depending on the specific features of the coin, whether it's in mint condition, whether it has any unique errors, and how well it's been preserved over time. But rest assured, this coin has proven to be much more than a mere 5-cent piece. It's a treasure in the world of numismatics, and if you happen to find one, you could be holding a piece of history that's worth a significant amount of money. So, to recap, the 1995 5-cent coin with the D mint mark is a true collector's gem. From its rich historical context to its striking design and minting details, this coin has earned its place in the spotlight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting to learn about the world of numismatics, this coin is a prime example of how a seemingly simple piece of currency can turn into a valuable treasure. And if you're lucky enough to own one in mint condition or with a rare error, you could find yourself the proud owner of a coin worth $57,550. Thanks for tuning in to this deep dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their hidden value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll stumble upon your very own treasure in your next pocket change.